Very good morning again. What are colligative properties? Can anybody tell, my dear students? Had you heard about colligative properties earlier in intermediate? Do you remember any of them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are colligative properties then?
Vapor pressure, boiling point.
Yes. The same syllabus is there again. Okay, that is same syllabus of elevation and boiling point, depression, freezing point, osmosis, osmotic pressure, and relative lowering of vapor pressure. All these are there. Okay. Then what do you learn from this? What is the meaning actually of these colligative properties? What is a solution actually? What is a solution? As I said, this is the first topic or first class of this one. Tomorrow onwards, I will share a PDF. Let us discuss whatever we know, revise some of the aspects of what is a solution. Already I think
Combination of solute and solvent.
Solvent and solution.
solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components. Two or more components when form a homogeneous mixture, it is known as a solution. Okay, that is a solution. We had seen solutions of three types while dealing about colloidal solutions. I think, are you having colloidal solutions or not now? In second year, I think. Okay. True solutions are the homogeneous solutions, colloidal solutions, and suspensions. There are three types depending on the size of the solute particle. Okay, that is just now Karthik, I think, is saying that what is solute? What is solute?
Solvent and solute is equal to solution.
Okay, very good. What is solute? Already we had seen solution chapter, I think, in the first semester. Solution.
Small
solution. Whichever is there in the less quantity is known as solute. In a homogeneous, that is a binary solution or a two-component solution is known as binary solution. In a solution of that is a two components or otherwise called as binary solution, the component which is in less quantity is known as solute. And what is solvent? Okay,
solute is dissolved
okay, is known as
a medium in which a solute is dissolved is called solvent.
Yes, very good. It is known as solvent. That is, in a solution, the component which is in large quantity is known as solvent. For example, water and alcohol are there. If alcohol is less and water is more, water is known as solvent, and alcohol, okay, that is less in quantity. Therefore, it is known as solute. That is the main difference between them. Then what is meant by dilute solution? Dilute solution means what? In a dilute solution, the component of the solute is very less. Solute component is very less in dilute solution. Okay, that is in a dilute solution, it is very less. Then it is called as, if the solute quantity is very less, it is known as dilute solution. What is meant by concentration solution? What is meant by concentrated solution? The reverse of this dilute solution, that is, if the solute concentration is more, if the quantity or the amount of the solute is more, then it is known as concentrated solution. And solutions again divided into another area depending on the solubility. For example, saturated solution. Saturated solution. What do you mean by saturated solution? And unsaturated solution and supersaturated solution. Unsaturated and another one is supersaturated solution. Saturated solution is one in which the exact amount of the solute that forms a homogeneous mixture is present. That is known as saturated solution. Am I correct here? Okay, then consider, okay, that is known as saturated solution. At a given temperature, no more solute can be dissolved. No more solute can be dissolved is known as, that is saturated solution. When the solution at a particular temperature, at room temperature, the required amount of solute is not dissolved. Very less amount of the solute is dissolved. That is known as unsaturated solution. Then what is supersaturated solution? That is where it is more solute is dissolved when compared to the required amount. That is known as supersaturated solution. In supersaturated solution, sedimentation takes place or precipitation takes place in a supersaturated solution. Okay, and what is meant by solubility? What is meant by solubility? In Kohlraasch law, while dealing about the applications of Kohlraasch law, we had seen what is solubility. We had seen that by using the conductance measurement also, we can calculate the solubility that is represented by S. What is solubility? The amount of solute in grams that can be dissolved in 100 grams. The weight of the solvent, the weight of the solvent dissolved in 100 grams of the solvent, the weight of the solute dissolved in 100 grams of the solvent is known as solubility. Okay, weight of this solute dissolved in 100 grams of the solvent is known as solubility. Okay, that is, we have to take a particular amount of the substance also, that is known as solvent, is taken by for only 100 grams of the solvent is taken. 100 grams of the solvent is taken, that is known as solubility. Yes. Okay, it is nothing but solubility. Yes. Am I correct or not? Solubility is nothing but, again I repeat, it is the weight of the solute. This is very important definition, my dear student. Always we take for 100, therefore it is taken as for 100. The weight of the solute dissolved in 100 grams of the solvent is known as solubility. It is known as solubility. Okay. Okay, we are seeing regularly many aspects. Okay, now let us move on further about another quantity, that is dissolving of solute, is known as, okay, but here the dissolution should be measured, then only it is called as solubility. Now let us move, but in chemistry we know that substances are expressed in moles. What is a mole? Why? Because in colligative properties, we are discussing about this formula.
Number of ions are there.
Okay, what is a number of mole? What is a mole? Number of, for example, mole is just a number. It is a number. What number it is? When Avogadro number of ions or molecules or atoms or particles are present, it is called as a mole. Avogadro number. Okay, that is just a number. In a, that is plantains. When you buy plantains, banana, then what you are going to ask? You are going to ask about dozen. Dozen is nothing but a number. 12 is the number. Then in a footwear shop, okay, if they use a number known as pair. Pair is also a number, 2. It is known as a pair. Okay, 2. Whereas in chemistry, we always discuss with respect to the number known as Avogadro number. Avogadro number is also similar to that of dozen and like that. What is Avogadro number? Can anyone of you tell me what is the value of Avogadro number? What is the value of Avogadro number? It is
626 into 10 to the power of 23.
very good. 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 is known as the Avogadro number. Very good. Into 10 to the power of 23 is Avogadro number. When Avogadro number of particles, ions or atoms are present, it is known as 1 mole. Okay, the concentration, how to express the concentration in chemistry? There are many methods of expressing the concentration. Okay, one is we know about weight percentage or mass or weight percentage. Why? Because all problems, okay, we are not going to do any very less number of problems. If you are having any doubts in problems which are asked in entrance examination, okay, you are going to come across all these terminology. What is meant by mass percentage or otherwise called as weight percentage? Weight percentage or otherwise called as mass percentage. Okay, that is mass percentage is equal to mass of a substance divided by total mass into, for example, there are two components in a solution. Okay, A and B are there. A and B are there. Then mass percentage is equal to, how are you going to calculate mass percentage or weight percentage? Mass percentage is equal to weight of A is equal to weight of A, substance A divided by total weight of A plus weight of B also. Okay, weight of A and B, that is into 100 is known as mass percentage. Into 100, my dear students, you can write down also. Okay, all these are very basics in chemistry calculation. Why? Because in colligative properties, we are going to worry about only the formulae. Am I correct or not? For example, 5% of NaCl solution. What do you mean? What can anybody define? Oh, what do you mean by 5% of NaCl solution means what? How are you going to get 5%? 5% of NaCl solution means what? Means 5 grams of NaCl is dissolved in 95 grams of water. Am I correct? 5 grams of NaCl, 5% weight percentage, 5 weight percentage of NaCl. That is, sometimes it is given even like this, weight by weight percentage, weight by weight, W by W percentage it is called as. Means implies, what does it imply? It implies 5 grams is dissolved in 95 grams of water. 95 grams of water. Then solubility or mass weight percentage is equal to, how are you going to get 5? It is 5 by 95 plus 5 is how much? 100 into 100 into 100. Then it is known as 5%. 5% is this one. Any doubts here in this one up to this aspect, or very simple aspects we are seeing? Then weight by W by V percentage means what? W by V percentage is the amount of solute in grams present in 100 ml of the solution. W by V percentage. Weight by volume percentage. For example, 5% weight by volume solution, W by V percentage is equal to weight of solute in grams, weight of solute in grams, weight of solute in grams, divided by volume of solution, into 100. Total solution we have to take the volume of the solution, total solution in ml. Okay, why? Because it is taken in grams. When it is taken in grams, you have to take in ml only, milliliter. This is known as W by V percentage. Okay, the same thing. That is again, what does 5% of NaCl, 5% W by V of NaCl means what? Can anyone tell me? What is the meaning of this one? What does it imply? Why? Because without knowing, understanding anything, it is not possible for us to proceed further. What does it imply? It implies that 5 grams of NaCl is dissolved in 5 grams of NaCl. Can you see the screen? Okay, that is, if you see, can you see the screen or not? 5 grams of NaCl is dissolved in, okay, that is 5 in 100 ml of solution. 100 ml of solution. Earlier, what is the main difference between the last case and this one? In weight by weight percentage, we have taken the weight in the denominator. We have taken the sum of the weights of solute as well as solvent. But here, we are taking 5 grams of NaCl is dissolved in 100 ml of solution. 100 ml of solution. That is the meaning of this 5% of NaCl. Okay, therefore it is 5 by 100 into 100 again. That is about this one. Then another percentage is there known as volume percentage. Okay, what is meant by volume percentage? Volume percentage means the volume of the solute, volume percentage of A, for example. Let us take volume percentage of A is equal to volume percentage of A is equal to volume of A. That is when two components, just now we had discussed about an example where alcohol is a liquid and water is also a liquid, volume of A. When these two components are there, volume percentage of A is equal to volume of A by volume of A plus B into 100. Volume of A plus B, that is volume of A and volume of B also is taken into 100. We are dealing about binary components, binary solutions. What do you mean by binary solutions? When the number of components are 2, it is known as binary solution. Okay, for example, 5% of methanol solution in water indicates what does this 5% of volume by volume? It is given like this: 5% V by V, V by V implies that 5% of methanol, 5% of methanol is dissolved in 5 by divided by 5 plus 95. Why? Because it is dissolved in 95% of the water. 95 ml of water, 5 ml of methanol is dissolved in 95 ml of water. Okay, therefore it is known as, it is equal to 5%. That is about this volume percentage, V by V percentage. Then parts per million, parts per million means what? That is, it is done parts per million, number of components per million parts of the solution. Especially in hardness of water, or when you are going to observe the components in water, you are going to calculate about this depending on this one, that is ppm, parts per million. It is known as parts per million. Parts per million. That is ppm of a component is equal to, ppm means parts per million, especially in drinking water, or whenever you are going to observe the micro constituents. It is the mass of component, divided by total mass of the solution, total mass of solution. Mass of solution. into 10 to the power of 6 instead of 100. What is taken is 10 to the power of 6. 1 million is taken here. Okay, 10 to the power of 6. Then it is called as parts per million. Okay, that is if you are taking the 500 ml of water contains 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 grams of chlorine. What does it mean? 500 grams of 500 ml of water. There is a problem here. 500 ml of water is having 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 grams of chlorine in water. Chlorination is done. Grams of chlorine is present. What does it mean? It implies that. What is the implication? In ppm, you convert this one into ppm. Can anybody is ready to convert this one into ppm? How to calculate mass of the component? Mass of the component is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by total mass of 500 ml. For water, the density is taken as 1. Therefore, for water, the weight is also considered as 500 only. 500 grams, 500 ml of water is equal to 500 ml. Both are same. Into 10 to the power of 6. Okay, that is, it is equal to coming to how much it is coming to 4 ppm. It is coming to 4 ppm. Okay, that is about ppm. Parts per million is very important. Whenever you see any cool drink bottle also, they will mention in ppm. Then another aspect is we know about molarity, normality, molality, all these aspects. First of all, let us see what is meant by mole fraction. Why? Because every area of this chapter we are going to get mole fraction. Especially in the Raoult's law, you are going to will come across mole fraction. Can anybody tell me what is mole fraction? Okay, mole fraction means what? Okay, mole fraction means what? It is defined as the number of moles of A. Number of moles of A divided by number of moles of A plus B. Number of moles of A plus B. Number of moles of A divided by number of moles of A plus B. That is known as mole fraction of A. Mole fraction of A. It is also represented, mole fraction is generally represented by a symbol called as xi. It is almost like X only. XA is equal to number of moles of A means we can write it as Na by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. That is NB. Okay, that is similarly, what is the mole fraction of B? Mole fraction of B is equal to number of xi B is equal to number of moles of B divided by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Another important aspect with respect to the number of this mole fraction is the sum of these two, that is xi A plus xi B, is always equal to 1. That is xi A plus xi B, that is sum of the mole fractions, is always equal to 1. That is also there. That is, if you know one of these aspects, that is, if you know the mole fraction of A, automatically can we calculate the mole fraction of B or not? How to calculate? Can anyone tell me? I will ask you to unmute also. You can unmute yourself. Can anybody tell me how to calculate this? Once the mole fraction of one of the substance is known, the mole fraction of the other substance can be easily calculated. How to calculate? We can calculate by taking up, that is, if the mole fraction of A, xi A is known, can't you calculate the mole fraction of B? Hello, MPC students. Any one of these are there who are studying MPC? Yes, xi A minus 1. Very good. Very good. Okay, that is Prasuna had answered. Very good. And Kirti and others also had typed this one. Okay, now let us move further. That is, if you know the mole fraction of A, automatically we can calculate the mole fraction of B, that is by subtracting 1 minus xi A, like that. Then that is, what are the units? Can anybody tell me of mole fraction? Are there any units for mole fraction? What are the units of mole fraction? Are there? Had you heard about units for any fraction any time? Fraction. Had you heard about units for a fraction any time? What is molarity then? There are no units for mole fraction. Okay, what is molarity? Molarity is also one way of expressing the concentration. Molarity is defined as the number of moles per 1 liter of a solvent, 1 liter of a solution. Okay, that is, molarity is represented by M. M is equal to number of moles of solute, number of moles of solute divided by volume of the solution. Volume of solution is known as volume of solution. That is known as molarity. It is represented by M. Okay, that is about this molarity. Any doubts? What are the units of molarity? What is the number of moles means? Weight by, how to calculate number of moles? Weight of the solute by gram molecular weight of the solute.
Solute.
GMW. That is gram molecular weight of the solute. This is with respect to the solute. Then into 1 by V in ml, V in solution. Okay, that is, it is 1000 by, why? Because we are taking gram molecular weight and weight in grams. We have to take it 1000 by volume of the solution. Okay, actually we have to take 1000 ml, number of moles of the solute dissolved in ml, 1000 ml of the solution. Okay, that is about molarity. What is normality then? What is the difference between molarity and normality? normality is equal to, that is represented by n. Normality is represented by n. N is equal to, that is number of gram equivalents of the solute, number of gram equivalents of the solute, number of gram equivalents of solute. Gram equivalents of solute. Divided by volume of the solution in ml again. Volume of solution in ml. Okay, what is meant by in ml? Okay, then what is meant by number of gram equivalents of solute? Can anybody tell me how to calculate? Number of gram equivalents of solute is equal to number of gram equivalents. Gram equivalents is equal to number of moles by valency. Okay, that is number of moles. Is it valency or into valency? It is. It is not divided by valency, it is into valency. That is equal to number of gram equivalents, which is equal to what is the number of moles weight by gram molecular weight. Into valency. Valency. Which is equal to weight by gram equivalent weight. Simply we can write it as weight by gram equivalent weight. Okay, that is we can write it as okay, that is weight by gram equivalent weight. Finally, what is the relation between molarity and normality? What is the relation between molarity and normality? Molarity into molecular weight is equal to normality into gram equivalent weight. Molarity into gram molecular weight, GMW, is equal to normality into gram equivalent weight. Am I correct? Gram equivalent weight. That is, if you know molarity, automatically we can calculate normality also, can be calculated easily. Okay, that is about this one. The last one is molality. What is molality then? Molality is nothing but represented by m, small m it is. Okay, that is, it is the number of moles of the solute. Number of moles of solute. N is the number of moles of solute, it is. Divided by okay, 1 kg of the solution it is. Molecular weight of solute into okay, that is a weight of solute, solvent in mg, milligrams. Earlier in molarity we had taken it as in weight of solvent in milligrams. That is equal to weight of solute. What is the number of moles of solute means weight of solute? Number of moles, it is divided by GMW, gram molecular weight of solute, into 1000 by, if it is given in kgs, kg means kilogram, weight of solvent. In kgs or kilogram. Okay, it is not milligrams, it is in grams. Okay, per gram or 1 liter, 1 kg weight we have to consider. The number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 kg of the solvent is known as molality. Okay, molality is the formula is this one. Okay, any doubts here, my dear students? We had seen weight of solvent in kgs, it is one thing, please remember, kg. Okay, that is about molality. Okay, thank you students for joining. Any doubts?